Hello, my name is Linda Armstrong. Welcome to my studio and to this course on freeing up your creativity through spontaneous improvisational painting in acrylic. My dad was a California scene painter, and you can see some of his paintings here. You can understand how, when I was young, watching how easily he drew and painted, I could be intimidated. Well, maybe not everybody would have been, but I was. My mom wanted to be a writer, and so that was interesting to me too, and that was the main path that I followed. Today, I mostly write, but I also paint, and I also take stock photography. One thing that happened to me when I was teaching, my husband was also a teacher in elementary school, both of us. And after our daughter was born, I decided that I wanted to really go for writing. So I started taking a lot of classes. So I was working at night and taking on writing, and I was taking classes in writing, and I just got burned out. I was so tired. The harder I worked, the worse it got, and I knew it. Well, what to do? Well, the answer was very strange. I started being just starving for silence. Seemed like we lived in Los Angeles. Everything was noisy. There was no quiet place, much less a silent place. We did have a house at that time where we spent our summers up in a little mining town in Colorado. And so we went up there and hiked up into the mountains, drove jeeps up into the mountains. It didn't work. One time we were on top of a mountain. We'd hiked up there all morning. It was like several thousand feet above everything. You could still hear the noise from the road. Came up thousands of feet. And to top it off, we're standing there, and here comes this jet right over our heads. It came from the other side of the mountains, on the Front Range, where there's the Air Force Academy, and they sometimes come over this way trying out their equipment and practicing their flying. So that I figured that finally that it wasn't real silence I wanted. It was a kind of spiritual space. So I started going to churches, and I went to the Zen Center downtown. I went to an ashram up in the foothills. Nothing worked really until I found the exercise that I am going to share with you in this class. I hope that it works as well as it did for me, for you, and not just in the case that I had, but also if you're feeling like you've been working in one vein for a long time and that or has played out, or if you're in another field like writing and you need to jog your creative spirit. The main purpose of this is not to create a finished work of art. The main purpose of this is to do some exercises that you can then use in whatever field you have. I hope it's helpful, and I hope to see you in class.